What is up, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm unboxing the all-new ZTE Tempo here on Boost Mobile. This is an entry-level device that has just been released. So this is a 4G LTE device, and opening the flap here, you'll see there is the device, some specs here, and of course your pick your plan over there. On the back, you got some specs. Android 6.0 Marshmallow, 4.5-inch LCD touchscreen display, a 5 megapixel rear camera, and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera with a 2200 milliampere battery, 3G, 4G LTE, enhanced LTE, 8 gigabytes of ROM, 1 gigabyte of RAM, a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor, and up to 32 gigabytes of micro SD card expansion. So let's go ahead and rip this box open. Let's toss the box to the side for now. And in here, of course, we have just a little booklet, your manual, and we have your standard micro USB charger. Just, yeah, all in one. No battery, so I'm guessing that it is a non-removable battery. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just put this out of the way. And we'll take a look at the device. Now, looking at it, it feels pretty nice. It has a nice, kind of like a greenish blue looking color on the back here. Back here is your camera, your flash, your microphone back here. Here is your single rear speaker. On the left side, you have your charging port here. On the bottom, you have just a microphone there. On top, you got a 3.5 millimeter headset jack and your power button on top. On the right side is your volume rocker. On the front is your front-facing camera, ZTE branding, and of course your ear speaker here, and of course down here are your back, home, and your recents buttons. So let's go ahead and give this phone a first boot up. And as you see there, you have a notification light. So we'll leave this here for just a minute, and we'll let it do its thing. This phone retails right now, what I paid for it was $59 at my local Walmart. Prices, of course, will vary depending on where you buy this phone from. So what I'm going to do right now is set this phone up, and when it's all done, I'll come back. Okay, y'all, so we are all booted up now, and taking a first glance at the phone, the screen kind of reminds me of the display of the ZTE Prestige. If you've ever seen that phone or seen my reviews on that phone, the display reminds me a lot of that device. Now, looking at the brightness here, you'll see it's about almost halfway. So yeah, you got a number of features here. Of course, like you have in a lot of drop downs, it does scroll up and down. Now, this phone really does not have any bloatware on the phone, from what I can see here. I mean, it's pretty much your stock Android experience. Now, looking here in the settings, we'll go down here and verify that it is running 6.0.1, and it is. So there is, of course, Marshmallow there. And we'll go in here and check out your storage, because I know that's kind of important, knowing what kind of storage you do have. And 4.94 used of 8 gigs, so you don't get a whole lot. You get just a tad over 3 gigabytes of available storage, so not a whole lot. I will try to see if it does have adaptable storage. And all of that here, and you know, in a later video. But the bottom buttons here, of course, you see do light up blue, which is a nice touch. And the phone, you know, from first glance here, does seem to work, you know, fairly decent. for what the processor is. So we will just do some tests on it and use it and see how it works, and give you a first thoughts video here in a couple of days. So this is ZTE Tempo for Boost Mobile, a new entry-level device that's relatively cheap, but we'll get into all of that stuff in a later date. So if you've got any questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. Leave that big thumbs up if this was helpful, and if you enjoyed this video in any way, I'd really appreciate it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'd really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.